There's one more thing I'd like to talk about, and that's Epsom salts. And Epsom salts is magnesium sulfate. And magnesium is a muscle relaxant. So if someone's stressed out, sore muscles, can't sleep, they can have a Epsom salts bath before they go to bed. Even put a couple of cups of Epsom salts in a hot bath. And remember, it does three things. It relaxes the muscles, and you might do it for aching muscles, you might do it for if you're stressed, and you might do it if you can't sleep, because magnesium and moist heat relax the muscles.
There is a simple, dirt-cheap remedy sitting on the shelf of every pharmacy and grocery store in America. It costs less than a fancy cup of coffee, and yet most people walk right past it without understanding what it can actually do. I'm talking about Epsom salt, that plain, white, odorless bag that your grandmother probably kept in the bathroom cabinet. It has been around for centuries, and it is not a fad or a slick new supplement. It is magnesium sulfate, a pure mineral compound that your body recognizes, absorbs, and uses to fix a surprising number of age-related complaints. We are not overselling this. Epsom salt is not going to replace your doctor, your medication, or a healthy lifestyle. But when you use it correctly, it can deliver relief that feels almost magical. Sore joints, stiff muscles, swollen feet, constipation, poor sleep, itchy skin, stress that sits in your shoulders and won't let go. These are the daily annoyances that chip away at the quality of life, especially for seniors. And Epsom salt, used in a soak, a compress, or a bath, addresses many of them at once because it works at the level of your body's most fundamental processes. Today, we are going to walk through 9 specific health problems that seniors can manage or dramatically improve by using Epsom salt the right way. We will cover exactly what to do, how much to use, how often, and what to watch out for. By the end of this video, you are going to see that forgotten bag in the aisle with completely new eyes. Let's get into it. Number 1, stiff, aching joints. Ask any senior what slows them down in the morning, and joint stiffness will be near the top of the list. Knees that creak, hands that ache, hips that take 20 minutes to loosen up. This is often a combination of arthritis and everyday wear and tear. Epsom salt can help because it delivers magnesium directly through the skin. Magnesium is a mineral that plays a starring role in muscle relaxation and nerve function. When your magnesium levels are low, muscles stay tight and joints feel more pressure. A warm Epsom salt bath allows the magnesium sulfate to absorb into the skin, while the heat increases blood flow to stiff areas. Together, they create a gentle, natural anti-stiffness treatment without swallowing a single pill. For targeted relief, fill a basin or a bathtub with warm water, not scalding, just comfortably hot. Add 2 cups of Epsom salt and stir until it dissolves. Soak the affected area for at least 15 to 20 minutes. If it is your hands, a large mixing bowl on the kitchen table works perfectly. The best time to do this is in the evening, an hour or 2 before bed. The warmth relaxes tight tissues, the magnesium eases nerve signals, and you slide into sleep with less pain. For seniors with arthritis, a regular soak 3 or 4 times a week can make a noticeable difference in morning mobility. It costs pennies per soak and requires no prescription. Number 2, muscle cramps and spasms. There is a particular misery to nighttime leg cramps. You are sound asleep and suddenly a knot of pain seizes your calf or foot, jolting you awake. These cramps are extremely common in older adults, and they often trace back to magnesium deficiency. Magnesium is essential for muscle relaxation. Without enough, your muscles are prone to firing off uncontrollably. Many seniors take oral magnesium supplements, but they can be hard on the stomach or poorly absorbed. An Epsom salt soak bypasses the digestive system entirely. The magnesium absorbs through the skin right where it is needed, and it works fast. For acute cramping, Fill a tub or foot basin with warm water, add a cup of Epsom salt, and soak for 20 minutes. The cramped muscle usually releases within minutes as the warmth and magnesium work together. For prevention, a regular full-body bath 2 to 3 times a week significantly reduces the frequency and severity of cramps. If you cannot manage a full bath, a foot soak before bed is an excellent alternative. The feet and ankles contain a dense network of blood vessels that absorb the minerals efficiently. Pour a half cup of Epsom salt into a basin of warm water, soak your feet for 15 minutes, and pat dry. Many seniors find this simple ritual ends the agony of midnight cramps and lets them sleep through the night undisturbed. Number 3, swollen, tired feet and ankles. By the end of the day, many seniors look down and see feet that are puffy, sore, and swollen. Fluid pools in the lower legs after hours of sitting or standing, and the summer heat makes it worse. This swelling, called edema, is uncomfortable and can make shoes feel tight and walking painful. Epsom salt foot soaks are one of the oldest and most effective home remedies for this problem. The salt works in 2 ways. First, the magnesium helps improve circulation and reduces inflammation in the tissues. Second, the salt creates a mild osmotic effect, drawing excess fluid out of the swollen tissue through the skin. The warm water also encourages blood vessels to dilate, helping the trapped fluid move back into circulation, where the kidneys can process it. To do a proper foot soak, fill a basin large enough for both feet with warm water and dissolve a half cup of Epsom salt. Soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes. For extra relief, add a few drops of peppermint or lavender essential oil. The cooling sensation of peppermint adds to the anti-swelling effect. After the soak, elevate your feet on a cushion or ottoman for another 15 minutes. Do this every evening, and you will notice that end-of-day puffiness shrinks significantly. Your feet feel lighter, your shoes fit better, and the aching throb fades away. Number 4, constipation. Epsom salt is an FDA-approved saline laxative, and it works by a very simple mechanism. The magnesium sulfate draws water into the bowel, softening the stool and triggering the natural muscle contractions that move things along. For seniors who struggle with occasional constipation, this is a fast-acting, reliable solution that does not involve harsh stimulant laxatives. However, this one requires careful attention to dosing and method. The only safe way to use Epsom salt as a laxative is to dissolve the correct amount in water and drink it. The standard dose for adults is 1 to 2 teaspoons of food-grade Epsom salt dissolved in a full 8-ounce glass of water. Stir until completely clear, then drink it. It tastes bitter, so you can add a small squeeze of lemon juice or follow it with a small glass of plain water to chase the taste. A bowel movement typically occurs within 30 minutes to 6 hours. This method should be used only occasionally, not daily. Overuse can cause dehydration, electrolyte imbalances, and the bowel becoming dependent on laxatives. Seniors with kidney problems, heart conditions, or those on low-sodium diets must check with their doctor before ingesting Epsom salt. Also, never use scented or bath-grade Epsom salt internally. Only use a product labeled as USP grade and safe for internal use. When used responsibly, this simple drink can provide rapid relief from stubborn constipation without a trip to the pharmacy. Number 5, poor sleep and restlessness. Falling asleep and staying asleep become genuine challenges as we age. The mind races, the body tosses, and the hours tick by. While many factors contribute to poor sleep, magnesium deficiency is a well-documented culprit. Magnesium binds to GABA receptors in the brain, the same calming pathways that prescription sleep medications target. When magnesium is low, the brain stays in a more alert, wired state. A warm Epsom salt bath in the evening is one of the most pleasant ways to prepare your body and mind for rest. The magnesium absorbs through the skin, encouraging the nervous system to shift into the parasympathetic mode, the rest and digest state. The warm water raises your core temperature slightly, and as you cool down afterward, your body receives a natural sleep signal. This is the same principle behind why a warm bath before bed is recommended for insomniacs. For best results, take a full body bath with 2 cups of Epsom salt about 90 minutes before your target bedtime. Soak for at least 15 minutes in water that is warm but not overly hot. After the bath, dry off and move into a dimly lit, cool room. Avoid screens during this window. The combination of magnesium relaxation and the body's natural cooling response sets the stage for deeper, more restorative sleep. Seniors who adopt this habit report falling asleep faster, waking up less during the night, and feeling more refreshed in the morning. Number 6, stress, anxiety, and tension headaches. Stress is not just a mental state, it lodges in the body. Shoulders hunch up toward the ears, the jaw clenches, and the muscles at the base of the skull tighten into a band that can trigger tension headaches. For seniors, managing stress is not just about comfort, it is about protecting the heart and blood pressure. Epsom salt baths offer a physical reset button for a stressed out nervous system. When you soak in magnesium sulfate, the mineral helps regulate cortisol, the primary stress hormone. Magnesium also blocks the action of glutamate, an excitatory neurotransmitter that can keep your brain buzzing. The result is a profound sense of calm that radiates from your muscles up to your mind. Many people describe the feeling after an Epsom salt bath as washed clean of the day's worries. For stress relief, create a calming environment. Dim the lights, put on some quiet music, and pour 2 cups of Epsom salt under warm running water. Add a few drops of lavender essential oil if you enjoy the scent. Soak for 20 minutes, breathing slowly and deeply. Focus on consciously relaxing the muscles in your face, shoulders, and hands. This practice, done even once a week, can help break the chronic tension cycle that feeds anxiety and headaches. It is a simple, zero-cost therapy that requires no appointment and no copay. Number 7, itchy, dry skin and minor irritations. Aging skin loses moisture more easily and becomes prone to itching, flaking, and irritation. Conditions like eczema, psoriasis, and simple winter dryness can make life miserable. Scratching leads to broken skin, which risks infection. Epsom salt, used correctly, can soothe that relentless itch and soften rough patches. The magnesium in Epsom salt helps reduce skin inflammation, while the sulfate component supports the skin's natural detoxification and barrier function. An Epsom salt bath softens and exfoliates dry, flaky skin gently without the harsh scrubbing that can damage fragile older skin. For localized patches of eczema or psoriasis, a compress works wonders. Dissolve a 1/4 cup of Epsom salt in a bowl of warm water, soak a clean washcloth, and lay it on the affected area for 10 to 15 minutes. After any Epsom salt soak or compress, pat the skin dry instead of rubbing and apply a good fragrance-free moisturizer immediately to seal in the hydration. Do not use Epsom salt on open wounds, broken skin, or active infections unless cleared by a doctor. For general dry skin, a weekly bath with a cup of Epsom salt and a tablespoon of a gentle oil like coconut or olive oil leaves the skin feeling soft, calm, and less itchy. It is a spa treatment for the price of a bag of salt. Number 8, foot fungus and nail issues. Foot problems are a particular burden for seniors. Thickened, discolored toenails, athlete's foot, and general fungal issues are more common as circulation slows and immune defenses dip. Epsom salt does not kill fungus directly the way an antifungal medication does, but it creates an environment where fungus struggles to thrive, and it helps manage the secondary symptoms that make foot fungus so unpleasant. Soaking feet in a concentrated Epsom salt solution dries out the moist, sweaty conditions that fungus loves. It also softens thickened nails, making it easier to trim them safely and reducing the risk of painful ingrown nails. The salt helps reduce the itching, burning, and inflammation that accompany fungal infections, providing real relief even if it isn't a cure. For a therapeutic foot soak, dissolve a half cup of Epsom salt in a basin of warm water and add a tablespoon of white vinegar or a few drops of tea tree oil, both of which have mild antifungal properties. Soak your feet for 15 to 20 minutes, then dry them thoroughly, especially between the toes. Do this 3 times a week. While this is not a replacement for prescription antifungal treatments, it supports foot health, reduces odor, and makes the feet feel clean and comfortable. Always dry thoroughly and change socks daily to prevent recurrence. Number 9, aching back and general body soreness. A full-body Epsom salt bath is one of the best-kept secrets for that deep, all-over soreness that comes from a day of gardening, a long walk, or just the accumulation of gravity over the decades. When multiple areas of the body hurt at once, the lower back, the shoulders, the hips, there is no pill that targets all of them without side effects. A bath, however, reaches everywhere at once. The combination of buoyancy, warmth, and magnesium delivers 3 layers of relief. The water supports your body weight, taking pressure off achy joints and compressed spinal discs. The heat increases circulation, flushing out the metabolic waste products that build up in sore muscles. And the magnesium relaxes the muscle fibers themselves, releasing the guarding and tightness that often make the original pain worse. To target back pain specifically, a full immersion bath is best. Use 2 cups of Epsom salt in a tub of comfortably warm water. Soak for at least 20 minutes, and if possible, gently rock your pelvis or stretch your legs to encourage the lower back muscles to let go. For seniors with mobility challenges who cannot safely get in and out of a tub, a hot compress works as a substitute. Soak a large towel in a solution of warm water and dissolved Epsom salt. Wring it partially and lay it over the painful area. Cover with a dry towel to hold the heat in. Refresh when it cools. This targeted approach brings many of the same benefits without requiring a full bath. 9 health problems. 1 bag of Epsom salt. Aching joints, muscle cramps, swollen feet, constipation, poor sleep, stress, dry itchy skin, foot fungus, and that deep whole body soreness. Every single one of these can be eased with a simple soak, a compress, or in one careful case, a drink. Epsom salt isn't a miracle cure, but it is a genuine, affordable, time-tested tool that puts a little bit of comfort back in your hands. Next time you are at the pharmacy or the grocery store, spend $4 on a bag. Fill the tub, soak your feet or mix a compress, and give your body the magnesium it has been craving. If this video helped you, please subscribe and share it with a friend or a family member who could use some relief. And tell me in the comments, which of these 9 uses surprised you the most, or how have you used Epsom salt in your own life? I read those comments, and I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.